Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 17 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Michelle, aka iMish424, and she has been watching us since I was in high school. That is insane. Thank you so much for the support. It's amazing. Alright, so yesterday was a pool day. Fun times. James, Meg, Steve, and Julia were all having a grand old time with that blow-up shark. They had this contest to see, like, who could get up on the shark the fastest. It's really exciting. And after that, Big Brother really made it even more exciting by opening up the photo booth, and they told the house guests it's time to show off your best duck face. Yeah. Alright, so then it's time to get to some strategy here. It can't all be pool and photo booth time. So Liz and Austin were chatting up in the HOH room, and they're just gonna let Becky go ahead and think that she's the pawn this week and she's all good. She's not. She's the target. But then they were talking about how much they're loving James and Meg right now. So much fun. Oh my god, we love them. So James and Meg, mission accomplished, because their plan this week was to, you know, play along with the whole summer camp thing that the Oz twins love to try and get closer to them. And it looks like it's working, because, you know, the more time you spend with these people and you're like having a good time, you're like, do I really want to get rid of that person? So that's what they were going for. Alright, Vanessa, on the other hand, had a bit of a breakdown. She was crying to Steve in the hammock. She was saying how she's feeling lonely, people aren't talking to her, they've been avoiding her. It's like she's on the block all over again. So then she asked Steve, am I going up on the block or something? And Steve was just like, no, like, chill out. So Steve just kept saying, like, I don't understand why you're so upset. I hang out with you all the time. I guess you don't count, Steve. So then I'm wondering, like, is this for real or is this strategy? And I have to say, I hate saying this, but I think it's a little bit of both. Like, yes, I think she misses her girlfriend and her family at home, and yes, she's feeling a little isolated, but at the same time, I think she's trying to get that sympathy too. So then the Oz twins were upstairs in the HOH room talking about Vanessa, and they're freaking out because she's freaking out. Paranoia breeds more paranoia. So they didn't like that she's all over the place. So then they're like, what if she wins the HOH next week and goes after Austin? Like, that would really suck. And like I said yesterday, they could avoid that by getting rid of her this week. But they don't seem willing to do that. But they agree, like, no, we're going to take the hard route. We're going to keep her in the house, and we are going to calm her down and pretend that we're all good with her so that she doesn't do anything crazy. Alright, so Liz goes outside to break up this Steve and Vanessa chat, and she's just like, oh my god, Vanessa, why are you crying? What's wrong? So Liz is telling her, like, it's probably just the slop getting to you. You're sleeping in a freaking dentist chair, so it's probably just like a combination of things just piling up. So then Vanessa's saying, like, Austin used to be my best friend in here, and now I feel like a fourth wheel. That's what happens when you keep a strong trio, like two twins and a showmance, in the house together. What did you think was gonna happen? So then, of course, with Vanessa, it always comes back to game. So Vanessa is still tearfully saying, Becky's telling everyone that I started that 8-person double eviction deal, but I didn't start it. It was James. I didn't start it. And Liz is just like, yeah, we know. So then Austin and the twins go back up to the HOH room, and again, they're like, we need to pretend to be cool with Vanessa just for now, just in case she wins HOH. But that was all BS. Like, she definitely started that 8-person deal. Come on. She's rewriting history. And also, they don't feel bad that she misses her family and her girlfriend at home, because they all miss people back home. Whoa, harsh. And Austin is like, you can always press the button and leave. Whoa. Alright, so the house guest got alcohol last night, second night in a row. Wow. And it was the third night in a row of potball. So fun. The best part was when they were chanting, when they were getting ready to play the game, to the tune of We Will Rock You. So they were like, pot ball, pot ball, pot ball. Wow. Okay. There weren't barks. that wasn't included. Please sit down, sir. Things are getting crazy now. Okay, so after Potball was over, the prank wars continued. This is like a legendary war. It's gonna go down in history. James was in rare form last night. He piled up a bunch of Steve's belongings on his dentist chair in the have-not room, and then he took a crap ton of saran wrap and he like plastic wrapped the whole thing, the whole chair with the stuff on it. And then he covered that up with like blankets and stuff so that Steve wouldn't notice it right away. So he doesn't notice it for a while. So they call Steve in and they're like, oh, can I have this from your HOH basket? And now the HOH basket is under the plastic wrap. But he's like looking around, and at first he thinks that the prank was just that they hid his basket. So he's like, where's my basket, guys? What's going on here? And then finally he sees the chair. It was great. It was hilarious. He took it very well. Alright, so then it was Steve's turn to do a prank, but it was like, So Steve decided he was going to impersonate Meg, but like her grandma character. So he put on that blonde wig from the grunge competition and one of her flower crowns, her glasses, and then he put some oranges in his shirt. And then he was running around, well, not running around, but like hobbling around, like screaming about his knees. She has arthritis. Come on, it's just like, I don't think she was happy about that. Like, she played it off, and she was just like, oh, you're so mean, Steve. She's throwing oranges at him. But, like, I think she was actually hurt, and it was kind of sad, so yeah, it was sad. But I think Steve went back later and apologized, so... Alright, so then Meg and James were having a strategy chat, and they're feeling pretty good about the Oz twins right now. They did the whole summer camp thing this week. It seems to be working for them. So they want to keep going with the flow. They're going to do what the Oz twins want, get rid of Becky, and then next week, go after Vanessa. But then they're like, what do we do after that? They don't really want to go after Austin and the twins, because they've been loyal so far. First of all, they've been loyal to you like for 5 minutes. And really, like, when are you planning on splitting them up? I think the only splitting they're planning on doing is, like, splitting the votes between 2 of those 3 in final 2. Because, I mean, really, like, when are they planning on taking these people out? So then, this morning, it was time for the power veto ceremony, and Liz did not use it as planned, which means that Becky and Johnny Mac are up on the block still. One of them's going to be going home on Thursday. Are either of them going to campaign this week? Yes. So Becky goes up to the HOH room to talk to Austin and Liz, and she's like, here's my plan. I want to act like I'm definitely going home all week so that things don't go crazy, because all the wild campaigning happens when it seems like it's close. So she wants Johnny Mac to feel comfortable. She doesn't realize, like, you're the target. But she's like, if I stay, this is her pitch, if I stay, I'm going after Vanessa. You guys can have all the input you want on my HOH, like, you can tell me who to put up against Vanessa, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, okay, we'll see. So then Becky leaves, and the Oz twins are discussing who they're gonna evict. They still feel like they want to get rid of Becky. One of the main reasons they want that, I mean, because Becky and Johnny Mac are both going after Vanessa, or so they say. So it's pretty even there. The reason that they want Becky out is because there is that chance that Jackie could come back in the returning juror competition, and they don't want to have Jackie and Becky both in the house together. So if they get rid of Becky now, it's going to be one or none. But they also feel like they can work more with Johnny Mac. So that's where it stands right now. It looks like Becky's going home, but you can never tell. I mean, there's a few days left for things to flip. You never know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love. Edit.